Exactly a week ago, these two teams met, which was October 5, 2023, and the game ended in a super over, reminiscent of what happened at the 50 overs World Cup in 2019 between England and New Zealand, with England beating New Zealand via super over. And what you are seeing on your screen are the umpires. Are they praying or they are having a discussion with the match referee Habib Amoto Enesi, Wale Adekoya, Ibrahim Kabia, Taiwo Oladunjoye, and Tonye Timinadi. All eyes are glued on today's game all over the world. Very important game for Rwandans back home. Very important game for the Ghanaians. Team list of Ghana quickly. Samson Kwase Awe captain. Alex Ose comes in to replace James Vifa. Akil Sied. Daniel Kwabina Anefe. Godfred Bakiweyem. Joseph Theodore, the wicketkeeper. Kofi Bagabina. Michael Abwaye. Nuruddin Ibrahim. Obed Harvey. Rexford Bakum. And Aziz Suwale. That of Rwanda, Didier Indikubumana captain, Emmanuel Sebareme, Eric Duzingizimana, Hamza Khan, Kabare Kevin Irakoze, Manishimwe Oscar, Martina Kayezu, Muhammad Nadir, Ochide Tuizenge, Rukiriza Emile, Zapi Bimeimana, and Eric Kubuimana. For Rwanda, the 12th man is Eric Kubuimana. Iradukunda Jean Michel and Niyitanga Wilson are 13th and 14th respectively. The team manager Adeline Tuizere and the coach of Rwanda Lee Boots. The 12th man for Ghana Aziz Suwale, 13th Kevin Mako Awala, and James Kwaku Vifa, 13 and 14 respectively. The team manager Dennis Amua Ababio, and the coach is RP Sharma. On October 5, Thursday, Rwanda lost via super over to Ghana by 3 runs. They corrected that wrong on Sunday, October 8, 2023, where they won by 47 runs. How will it pan out today? Only time will tell. Big thanks to our sponsor, Dafabet. And this is match 15, day 8. Alex Osi, who replaces James Vifa, is opening batting with captain Samson Kwase Awea. Zapi Bimeimana is coming from the Court of Appeal end. He's starting things like he started yesterday. He had a good game yesterday. And talking about a good game, Alex Ose and Samson Awea hope to have a good partnership. But one partnership that you can't break is the partnership between my humble self and Tamuno John.
Thank you so much, Ajidagba. It's good to be with you this lovely morning. Seeing this game that has a 50-50 chance to go either way. I think it's a pleasure to also bring this game from Lagos, Nigeria, TBS Cricket Ground.
Very important game for these two teams, and their eyes are fixated on Sunday. Everybody wants to play in the final. Nigeria already are through to the final.
You're right.
By virtue of the number of wins that they have, still unbeaten. And between these two teams, one definitely will play against Nigeria in the final.
That's why this particular match is very, very important for both teams. A win will see the ticket to the finals.
I listened to the captain of Rwanda, who also doubles as their wicketkeeper, Didier, during the toss of the coin. He said if he had won the toss, he would have loved to bat because this field is a bit difficult to chase. I want to get your thoughts, Tamuno, as somebody who is vastly experienced in coaching and has played on this surface severally. This is a 10-strip surface. How difficult is it to chase?
Well, in cricket generally, it's very, 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 very important that when you win the toss, you bat first, because once you do that, it gives you the opportunity to set a target for your opponent to chase. And we all know that when you are setting a target, you don't have much pressure in setting a target, because whatever score you end at is the score that your opponent is going to chase. And chasing, a lot of pressure comes in.
Alex Ose has to be very careful.
There was a close runner chance there, but it was very important that Alex Ose had to run back to his crease to tell you that he's not going to let that go. Most times you see batters, when they run, they commit themselves in running and not going back. But this time around, we saw him attempting a run. The non-striker did not call or did not run for that, so he went back, and that kept that game alive and kept that wicket also alive.
And as you can see, good start for Rwanda. 2 runs in the first over for the loss of no wickets. Zapi Bimeimana.
Lovely, well bowled, very, very well bowled. In a high-spirited game like this, where you want to make use of the power play, where you want to make sure you do everything positive to get the final ticket, and you see a bowler bowling that tidy in the first over, considering only 2 runs, that is a plus, and it shows a lot of intent.
Mohamed Nadir from the pavilion end. Tamuno is a former player,
Yeah,
and of course former assistant coach of the senior national team,
you're right.
and was also part of the travelling party to the Division 1 qualifiers in Tanzania, Dar es Salaam.
You're right.
So from the player's perspective, Tamuno is there. From the coaching's perspective, Tamuno understands it. I'll be asking you one question about the power play you have always emphasized upon.
Yes.
What do? You have always talked about power play.
Yeah.
What is the target you always set for a team to achieve after the end of the power play? And what do you do in a situation where your opponents are bowling tidily, like Rwanda have started?
Okay. Thank you so much, Shewa. When it comes to power play, we all know that we only have 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle, just to restrict the fielders from, just to restrict the fielding side from setting up so much boundary to curtail the batman. And it's also that particular part of the game, that power play over, which is the 6 overs in every 20 overs T20 game. That overs, the advantage for the batters to score more runs, because they find out that the fans wants to be entertained. So how do they do that? So they synergize and bringing in a power play over of 6 over, so that batters can really explore and score much runs. And when you are not making use of those 6 overs power play to score more runs, you will definitely get into trouble when the field is open. So that's the idea, and that's why coaches always emphasize that the power play is being made use of. The idea truth about the power play is not just hitting the boundaries, but making sure that you take advantage of it and pile up much runs as possible. If the field setting is so tidy and the bowlers are bowling on the right
Wicket
track,
to wicket.
trust me, this is where you see batters, you start using their feet to walk down. And that's what they call foot movement and also trigger movement. These are all part of the skills and technique a batter must require if you must actually survive in such scenario. Thank you, Shell.
And you can see this over, brilliant over from Mohamed Nadir. It's a maiden over, but in your own estimation, after 6 over,
Yes.
what is the minimum? There's always a maximum and a minimum.
Yes.
What's the minimum target you expect from a batting side?
In 6 overs, the minimum that is expected 50.
Especially in the T20
Even
game.
if you lost, yes, in a T20 format, 50. Even if you lost 2 wickets, if you get a comfortable 50, 60, sometimes you see team get 70, 80 in that 6 overs. They make use of it, and you see that when they do that, the fielders have become more confused. You are trying to expand the field, but you only have two people that you can use outside the 30-yard circle. So go at it, take the risk. Even if you lose 3 wickets, if you get 70 wickets, imagine in 6 overs, Aji, you score 70 runs and you lose 3 wickets. It means you have 14 more overs to come, and you have 8 more batters to come in. Tell me, those ones will just come in and actually cream the rest of the overs and make it a fair chance for you to win. And also, if you're not chasing, if you are setting a target, it gives you a fair chance to get enough runs on the board.
Zapi Bimeimana coming from the Court of Appeal end. 2.2 overs gone. Bowling tidily and giving captain Aware no room to do anything, let alone achieving the target that
so far the Rwanda side has bowled so tidy in the past 2 overs. They've been on the spot, and this is what I told my female colleague Fumi when she was commentating with me in previous matches. I say teams should learn to improve per game, and we can see that, and especially this game that matters for both teams. We'll see a lot more of tactical display.
Absolutely. Match 15, the 8th West Africa Trophy, sponsored by Dafabet. Later this afternoon, unbeaten side Nigeria will take on Sierra Leone, who have just won 1 game. This is a preparatory game for Rwanda and Nigeria for the November assignment, and that is in Windhoek, Namibia, where 7 countries will be jostling for the tickets to be in USA and West Indies.
Cheryl, it's end of the 3rd over, 4 runs for the loss of no wickets yet. Rwanda still on top of the game so far by what we see.
Thank you very much. What a game we have on our hands. Like we said, all road leads to Namibia, and we have Namibia host country, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe.
It's good to see how the preparations for that tournament is going on here. When team practice to go for a tournament, it's quite different when they're having match practices and quality one. So this tournament for the Nigerian cricket team has been a plus for them. That was very, very close in the silly mid off area of Mohamed Nadir.
And that was a brilliant effort. Good try from Emmanuel Sebareme, the man who won the player of the match in their 47-run win against Ghana. Second match that they played. You saw that brilliant catch from Martin Akayezu yesterday.
Yes. at the deep wicket area. That was a lovely catch any day, anytime. Those are the catches that turns match situations around, especially when you need to get the wicket other than seeing a team play through the 20 overs. Catches like that brings a turn out to the game.
I want to put you on the spot, Tamuno.
Please do.
Between that Ridwan catch,
okay.
You remember that catch?
Yes, I do. It took one at the point area, and it took one also at the deep wicket area. I knew I did that acrobatic move, turning around.
And this Martin Akayezu catch.
Well, they are both three lovely catches, but if you ask me to pick one, I will not be
objectivity.
If you ask me to pick one, I think the one from the Rwanda player is actually the best. That because it took a bit of a run and a dive, that stretch off the ground. I remember John T. Rose taking a catch like that in the World Cup, and it was used as an advertisement in Lufthansa Airways for more than 2 years. That catch was the catch that turned that particular game around for South Africa and gave them victory over Australia.
Thank you, Tamuno. We are into the 4th over. Alex Osei and Samson are finding it difficult with the bowling of Mohamed Nadir and of course Zapi Bimeyimana. Will be joined by our female colleague as she'll be telling us what we are expecting at the ongoing Cricket World Cup in India.
I love the way I love the way the fielders have been complementing the bowling, and this is what we look up to when the bowlers are bowling to their field and the fielders are actually working in hand with the bowlers. It's end of over at the moment. It's 6 runs and a loss of no wicket in 4 overs. Ajidagba is becoming more interesting.
Interesting in which sense? I need it interesting for the batters or interesting for the fielding?
Okay, it's becoming more interesting. The Rwanda team is dominating at the moment, I must tell you, because if we talk so much about the power play and tons of runs that is needed to be scored in these 6 overs, and if you look at the scoreboard, it means the way they are going, it's almost a run per over, just 2 extra over it, and that is a very poor performance, if you might ask me, for a team that actually wants a ticket to the final.
6 runs in between Samson and Alex, and they've combined to face 24 balls.
And if you look at the start also, you'll find out that the Rwanda side has not bowled any wide. The 6 runs is being played with the bat. And that's a good one also. It means the pressure is cooking, and anytime from now, you will find out the Ghanaians trying to do something extra, and they will give chances for catches or run out.
Martin Akayezu, the man who did not get the nod from Tamuno John with that brilliant catch of yesterday against Sierra Leone, is now bowling from the Court of Appeal end to Samson Awea, the captain.
Well, I know the Rwandan side as a well-balanced side. But they are more of a bowling side than a batting side. Where they do their thing very exceptionally, especially when they are bowling. But batting, it's just about they just try to put a couple of runs between every member of the team contributing. When it comes to bowling, you can see how organized they are. And right now, you can see the 2 fielders outside the circle. One is in the deep extra covers area. You find out that is to protect any bowler who is bowling away from the batter for a square cut or a late cut. While the other fielder is at 3rd man in case of an edge down that area by the outswingers, which is actually bowling at the moment.
Thank you, Tamuno. As we are getting closer to a quarter of the overs, plays it up, no man's land. Can they make 2? No, the first one wasn't quick. Ochide to Izenge picks the ball. Tamuno, no fall of wickets. but the power play opportunity, they are not taking advantage. The Ghanaians should not be worried because there are still lots of overs and there are still lots of batters.
Well, we see it displayed also in the Nigerian side where they have a replan of how to approach their innings. That way, let's quickly take this one, Sheo. A wicket has just been down.
That was brilliant catch from Ochide to Izenge.
We're taken at the gully area. Tried to play that one, but played it a bit casually, and the ball was actually in the air. And the captain of the Ghanaian side is walking down the pavilion. The person of Samson, aware.
Well, we thought that there was no pressure for now. Yes, the runs weren't coming, but they have not lost any wicket. Finally, they lost a wicket, and that's the captain.
The partnership between both of them is 8 runs off 4.5 overs, and each of them have scored 4 runs off 14 balls. Now, take you back a bit. The Nigeria approached the game between Sierra Leone when they played them back to back with a more calm temperament. The same opener Sulaiman and Daniel Ajeku played so calmly. They played to the 12th over before they started hitting hard. They built that innings gradually. Again, they had wicket at hand, but when they get to the 16th, 17th over, the wicket started dropping and runs refused to move up. So it can work both ways, but I don't like it at the back. I prefer you give me a quick 50 in the first 6-7 overs with 2 wickets lost or 3. I'm still confident because I know it's a shorter format. I have batters backward, and the more runs you score up front, give your batters coming in confidence.
Talking about batters, Tamuno, in comes Obedave, the best performer for Ghana in batting and in bowling.
The last ball of that over was a bouncer to Obed Ave. Look at it and played with a calm hand. Well experienced batter. You can't take that away from Obed Ave. He has been consistent in scoring 20, 30s, 35 in this series, and that's a man who you always want to back on at any time you have issues as for a team.
At the end of the 5th over, Ghana are 8 runs for loss of 1 wicket. Alex Osei, who replaced James Vifa, 4 runs off 14 balls, and Obed Ave, the new entrant who replaced Samson Aware, the captain, has faced just 1 ball and has scored no run. Emmanuel Sebareme, who hope to have a decent bowling overs starting from the pavilion end. But let's run straight to India very quickly. One of our analysts here, Fumi Omoniyi. Good morning. Great to have you join us.
Good morning, Tamuno. And in India this morning, we have the game between Australia versus South Africa. Australia won the toss, decided to go bowling. And South Africa is batting now with the loss of no wicket at the 10th over. They are on 54 runs. Nock and Bavama are doing well at the center. Australia is yet to bat.
Thank you, Fumi. Thank you for bringing us up to date.
I'm a bit unhappy. Fumi only greeted Tamuno and didn't greet me. No problem. No hard feelings. But thank you. Oh, gone.
Oh, that was a very good bowling. That's a leg break coming down from the middle stump, breaking up to the off stump. The batter has no idea on how to play that ball. Clean beaten, good wicket. And like I told you, Ajidagba, I told you when there is pressure from a fielding side that is bowling tidy, you will see the batters trying to do something that are not meant to do, and before you know, they go. That's the replay of the ball. Where it came, that's an off spin. That one came back from outside off stump to hit the bill of the half storm and middle storm. Good bowling, very good bowling by Emmanuel of Rwanda. Rwanda still dominating the game, and India and Ghana fighting their way to the top to get a comfortable descent total.
In comes Rexford Bakum to partner Ubedave. Quickly on the 5th of October, when they met, Rwanda batted first and scored 121 for loss of 7 wickets in 20 overs. Ghana chased them down, scored 121 all out, but that game went into super over. On Sunday, when they met, Rwanda also batted first, scored 107 for loss of 5 in 20 overs, and Ghana scored 60 all out. That means on 2 occasions that they met, Rwanda have always batted first. One they lost in the super over, and the other one they won. But this time around, they put Ghana to go and bat. The last time they played against these same Rwandans, they scored 60 all out. I hope we are not going to witness that same scenario, because we want to see a cracking game.
Thank you so much, Adidagba. With the way the Rwandan team is fielding right now, they are attacking and they are here for serious business, which is a very good thing to see. And they know that Team Ghana is a rivalry and they are a threat to them, and they are doing everything that they can do to keep them on, let's say, less than 50, and which is a wise decision for them, especially when they know that they are a bowling team rather. When they know that they are a bowling team, all you have to do is keep your opposition at the barest minimum so that you can chase with ease and without tension. They are doing fine so far. Kudos to the Rwandan bowlers.
You get to hear more from Fumi, waxing lyrical about the Rwandan bowlers, especially Emmanuel Sebareme, who has had a bright start and make it difficult for Rexford Bakum.
3 dot balls from Rexford Bakum is looking for space to clear the fence. But Emmanuel is well experienced, bowling to him. Nearly got an appeal, and it wasn't given, and that was the last ball of the over of Emmanuel, and it has come to the end of 6 overs, 10 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. End of power play, Shewa Jinagba.
End of power play, and just 10 runs. Brilliant bowling, the best I've seen of this Rwandan side, and you can see the 2 opening batters are gone. Samson Aware and Alex Ose, they both combined to score 10 runs and faced 31 balls. Now it's Obedave and Rexford Bakum. They are yet to get off the mark. And the bowlers, as you can see, Zapi Bimeimana, 2 overs, no wickets. Mohamed Nadil, 2 overs, no wickets. And funny enough, Martin Akayezu and Emmanuel Sebareme have just bowled 1 over, and they have 1 wicket each with identical economic rates.
So you can see that it's end of the power play, and you can see the field being adjusted. They've put in a deep mid wicket and a deep fine leg to the boundary, and you can see they brought in the long on to mid on and mid off area to give the batter a chance to hit the fence, while the bowlers will bowl balls into his toes and make sure he does not get that. Are you saying? So exactly what we're talking about. Exactly. If he can't take this on, Obed is gone. This is just a technical approach. Their feeding has been on point so far. So I told you immediately I was talking about it, that they bring in those 2 long on and long off in to make the batter look up to try to hit the fence. He did that. He didn't clear a hole halfway. He was gotten out.
And you can see that brilliant catch from Emile Rukiruza. He has a trademark. He does salute, and you can see brilliant catch. Thank you, production team, for that replay. Obedave not going out for dog, but going out without scoring any run. There's problem for Ghana as we speak.
I think that gradually there's going to be a fire on the mountain. But again, it is not over until it's over. This is cricket, and 13.5 more overs to come. The game can either swing back or go bad, the way I see it. But so far, the Rwanda Rwandans are actually dominating this inning so far. Their fielding position has been on point, excellent, and their choice of bowler so far has been the right choice. Joseph has walked in to support Rekford Banku.
That's the wicketkeeper of the side. Tamuno, Captain Samson won the toss and he elected to bat, saying his decision was informed by the surface. As things are, 10 runs for loss of 3 wickets in 6.1 overs. Is it a wise decision?
It's a wise decision. If I win the toss any day, I will bat first. It's just that the approach of of two of the batters I've seen that went out have not been the right approach to use. When you set out to score totals, don't just look at the boundaries. You need to play yourself in and make sure you do that by rotating strike. So Obed just came in and is trying to hit the fence from the first ball, and that is really not right. And when you look forward to hit the fence, even from the first ball, you must make sure that your technique behind it was the right. That shot he played that make that ball hang in the air, you can see his head technically going back. It means the weight that's meant to be transferred into that shot was taken backward, and that's why he actually went under the ball and pushed it up for a catch.
Excellent analysis there from John Tamuno. Joseph Theodore, 100% strike rate, 2 out of 2. He wants to start off the mark. He feels there's no time. We can't allow the bowlers of Rwanda to cage us. If we truly want to be in the final, we need to score runs that will be good enough for us to defend in the second innings.
You're right. This partnership, if they hold for the next 5 overs, Ghana will have a decent scores between both of them. The Rexford Bankum is a big hitter of the ball, and also he can rotate strike. Joseph, on the other hand, also can play around his wicket. All they need to do is shot selection and make sure they don't play dead bat. They have to start thinking of using their feet more and wait for the bad one in between. The feet settings still remain the same. That one will race down to the boundary for 4 runs. I told you, Rexford Bankum, a big hitter of the ball and also can push around. You can see the display of that shot in a very safe area. Played on the ground, beats the bowler, and that's over the bowler's head. That one went for 4 runs, safe area to score any day, anytime. So what the Rwanda side need to do is to make sure that this partnership does not settle, because this partnership can give them tons of run if they play the next 7 overs together. End of the 7th over is 17 runs and a loss of 3 wickets. The game is still very much alive at the TBS International Cricket Over, Lagos, Nigeria.
Emmanuel Sebareme. His first over was brilliant. He got a wicket and was played for just 2 runs.
You can see Emmanuel adjusting his feet setting. As a off spinner, he's using the long off and long on, a deep mid wicket, deep extra covers, and deep square leg.
Emmanuel Sebareme, one of the best bowlers at this tournament.
That was a poor technique. That would have been up in the air. You don't play against the spin. It's very dangerous to play against the spin. You have to watch the ball to the last turn, then make an impact with it to any direction you want the ball to go, not just swinging at the ball. Especially when you have two fielders waiting for you at the deep square leg and the deep mid-wicket area.
Thank you, Tamuno. 7.2 overs.
Well dogged out Rexford Bancombe for 1 run. I think the basic thing and the Ghanaian batters need to do is to make sure that they rotate strike often. The boundary feeders are there. It must be a very clean hit if they must go for it. But at this time when they've lost 3 wickets in 7 overs, they also want to curtail a bit to make sure they don't give any chances for run out or any wicket.
Excellent thought there from Tamuno, Joseph Theodore and Rexford Bancombe.
And you can see their approach in this particular over. They've made 3 runs off their foot. 3 runs off their foot. An appeal from Emmanuel. It wasn't given. That ball beat Rexford and hit his pad. But we don't know if it's a wicket to wicket or if it's not. We are always told that the umpire decision is final, and the umpire said no for that.
Maybe if they were appealing from Court of Appeal, and maybe that appeal would have been granted. Just joking.
Oh, very well played, Rexford. What I just don't want to see often is dot balls. This over, they made 3 runs and dotted 3 balls, which is really not good. But for a off-spin bowler who is actually doing his job very well, I think it's better you play him carefully.
8 overs gone. 20 for 3. The partnership, Samson Aware and Alex Ose, 29 balls they faced, scored 8. Obedavi and Alex Ose, 3 balls they faced, scored 2 runs. Obedavi and Rexford Bancombe, they both faced 5 balls and scored no run. Currently, Joseph Kwame Theodore and Rexford Bancombe have faced 11 balls and scored 10 runs.
And that should tell you, that they have actually upped the score by making sure they score a run per ball as partners. They brought Mohamed Nidia from the Court of Appeal, and I think it's not feeling too comfortable coming from the pavilion end. He has changed end. Also, you know that once he does that, it has a psychological effect on the batter. They will try to see the first few balls of what he's doing, of course, and that's why he had a dot ball in the first ball.
But Tamuno, I want to slightly disagree when he said he's not feeling comfortable from the pavilion end. That was where he has bowled from, and he bowled 2 overs and considered just 2 runs. He considered just 2 runs in that 2 overs. Maybe he just wants to vary the various ends.
And most of the time when you see bowlers change end, technically it's because maybe they are not too comfortable with that end, and that's the reason why they change end more often. But apart from that, maybe 1 or 2 times they change might be for technical reason also.
All right, Tamuno is a coach, and of course, speaking from the perspective of a coach who understands the game better, but I'm just thinking aloud that he bowled from the pavilion end 2 overs and considered just 2 runs.
Good appeal.
Even when they are appealing from Court of Appeal, Taiwo Oladunjoye, vastly experience is on concern.
This is down. They don't like that, just goes on to it. No,
Blessing and Jama. Whose speed are we using now?
That was maximum from Rexford Bakum of the bowling of Emile Rukiriza. Perfect way to unlock yourself in the difficult moment that you have found yourself in the batting crease.
You are right, Ajidagba. You're right on time. Your analysis also are spot on. Very good comeback.
That's a wide ball. At this moment, the Ghanaians will take any runs as long as he adds.
Good appeal. Good appeal, and it was not given.
The loud appeal fell on deaf ears, and the umpire Olumide Akintokun is unconcerned. Rexford Bakum and Joseph Theodore have the same.
That looks like
Can
a
they make
chip.
two? Yes, they do.
Very well played by Rexford Bakum. The man is big, but is carrying himself very, very well.
They need him to be in the batting crease.
I told you, I said this partnership, if you look at both of them, their scores and the balls they face each, you will find out that their partnership is very smooth. They've given so far 24 runs as partnership, and they are still waxing strong. They're using their feet and also playing every loose ball that comes their way so hard.
We've come to the first part of the first innings, half of the first innings. 10 overs gone, 35 runs for loss of 3 wickets. Alex Ose, Samson Kwase Awea and Obed Avi. Batting now, Rexford Bakum and Joseph Theodore. They faced 27 balls and have combined to score 24 runs. Emile Rukiriza, first over, no wickets, considered 10 runs as we approach the 11th over.
This is the next 5 overs will determine if the Ghana team will get to 100. If they must get to 100, this next 5 overs between Joseph Type and Rexford should be very very explosive, but still not giving. Don't give chance. We help them. They need to improve their running between the wicket and have a very good clear calls in between the wicket. They need to also understand that they need to take the first run very very fast in order to create chance and pressure for the fielding side to give them extra runs. Good call. You can see how clear that call came in. That not just the call I want to talk about, but the energy behind that call is like a commanding, a commanding yes. And that's why when you don't hear the response from the other batter, it's still run with him.
Like we always say in cricket, the rules remain the rules. Emmanuel Sebareme is now coming from the Court of Appeal, and we always say that the striker and the non-striker have to work together in unison. The balls the striker can see, he makes the call. The one he cannot see, the non-striker makes that call. Wide ball. And so the two of them must be ready to take runs. What a miss there. You see the agitation of Rexford Bakum is ready to send the ball out of the cricket over. He needs a maximum. They nick one. Tamuna, at least we've seen some positivity from the Ghanaians as compared to what we saw in the first 6-7 overs.
I agree with you, Shehu. I talked about so much on rotation, rotating the batting, playing with their feet, moving, taking the shots. Wow, Shehu Ajinagba, see that catch by the bowler, and caught Emmanuel. Very well bowled and well struck by Redford. Although it was not on the ground, I can tell you the shot was very, very strong, but also well taken by the bowler, Emmanuel.
And you can see the replay by our fantastic production team. He was almost going to drop it.
Wow.
But he held it so very well. It takes you several hours to get to India. Let's travel to India. Our eye at the World Cup, Fumi Omeni will keep us up to speed about what's happening between Australia, the most successful team at the World Cup, and South Africa, 4-time semi-finalists. What's going on there? Is it still Quincy de Kock and Temba Bavuma batting? And what's the run rate?
Still batting brilliantly is Quincy de Kock. He has scored 50 runs off 51 balls. Supporting him brilliantly is Bavuma, scoring 32 runs off 45 balls. South Africa is on 88 runs in the 16th over with the loss of no wickets. Excellent batting from Team South Africa.
For me, just very quickly, Australia don't want to go 2-0. South Africa would love to go 2-0. The first game for Australia against host India, they lost. While for South Africa, they were very impressive against Sri Lanka. Australia don't want to go 2-0.
I agree with you. And with the way things are going, if South Africa want to defeat Australia, they need a bigger score on the board, because Australia is going to come bigger in the second innings. But they've been bowling fantastic. So far, so good. Good game over there in India.
Thank you very much, Fumi Omoni, for that excellent report all the way from India. Venue for the World Cup. 11 overs gone, 39 runs for loss of 4 wickets. Michael Abuaye is in and will be partnering the wicketkeeper Joseph Theodore. Michael Abuaye yesterday was one of the reasons Nigeria made it 7 out of 7. Fantastic bowler, but that is 17th over yesterday against Nigeria. Was quite expensive. 18 runs he conceded, which included 2 back-to-back sixes from Ademola Onikoyi. Tamuno.
You are right, I'm sure. Let's quickly take a look at what the team list and the results are at the moment. Rwanda has actually bowled 2 extras in 11 overs. They're still on top. Joseph Kwame Theodore is still in, and Michael Agbogwe has joined them at the center. Rwanda, I must tell you, I must commend, they are still on top of this innings, still doing strong. And the big batters from the Ugandan side are almost almost finished. He's given out, being stopped bad by the keeper. He stepped out to play that one with his back foot up in the air, and a quick stump, quick hand by the wicket keeper of the Rwandan side. I just about that is wicket keeping at the best.
Wicket keeping at his best from Didier
almost
in the Kubumana. And let's see from Kevin Kabare Irakoze missing, and the square leg umpire saw it better. Taiwo Oladunjoye and Joseph Theodore is gone. In come Godfred Bakiwayem. This is not where Ghana wants to be, but this is where Rwanda wants to put Ghana, ensuring they don't score runs.
You are right. The jubilation is still on, but they know that it's not over yet. Rwanda are still doing their best to make sure that they restrict the Ghana side to a comfortable total that they can chase. Cabral has been thrown into the attack. He's got the first ball wicket. This is the second ball. Bowling from the pavilion end. The very first ball faced by the incoming batsman, Gottfried, was a run. Well pushed to the covers area for 1 run. And I remember my colleague Shewa Jagwa calling the Ashake of Ghana.
You can say that again. Great start for Godfred Bakiwayem. Michael Abuaye yet to get off the mark.
One would think that Cabera, with his height, body physique, is a pace bowler. So surprised seeing him bowl in Spain.
Can they make 2? Yes, they make 2.
You can see a quick meeting at the center. Michael Agboaye and Gottfried, they need to do something extra. They have met to pass information to each other on how to approach the game.
1 became 2. That should have been an extra run for them.
This is all we see when the inning is almost coming to an end. You see batters struggling, taking those one, especially when they know their total is still below the belt. You see them do something extra, and that's what we see. Very well bowled by Kabari so far. The man has bowled into the batters in the 6 balls. In this over, he conceded 4 runs and 4 runs, and he got a wicket. And it is end of the 12th over. It's the end of the 12th over. It's 44 runs and a loss of 5 wickets. Ghana still batting and Rwanda still fielding. Ghana is currently doing 3 runs per over. They will need to really up this in the next 8 over if they really want to get a decent total to bowl at. I'd like to say a very big thank you to the sponsor of this tournament, Davabet. Thank you for doing what you know how to do best. We're gradually coming to the end of the tournament, and so far we are very happy with what we are seeing. Lovely atmosphere. There's not been any game that rain has or bad weather has stopped so far, and this is what we love to see in any tournament.
Martin Akayezu. White ball. As declared by umpire Taiwo Oladunjoye. And after 12 overs gone, Ghana 45 runs for loss of 5 wickets. Godfred, Bakiwayem, and Michael Abuaye batting. Can they go for 2? Will Eric allow them? Eric says no. And great communication between the duo, Michael and Godfred. They appealed. The appeal was not granted. But the alertness of Ochide to Izenge to run out Godfred Bakiwayem was instinctive. The replay will say it all. How Godfred was a bit sloppy. Terminal C. There was an appeal. Appeal not granted. But rather will they slip on it? Ochide to Izenge just did the needful. And out goes Godfred Bakiwayem. In comes Kofi Bagabina. Fumi, at this stage, before we go to India in a few minutes, at this stage it's becoming the more difficult for Ghana. What is the honest projection you'll be giving them based on how Rwanda are bowling and they are fielding and how Ghana are batting.
My projection will be 80 runs for the Ghanaian batters. But if they can form a partnership, we should be looking at 100 runs in this innings. We are still in the 12th over, going towards the 13th over. There's still overs at hand, and we still have 4 wickets still at hand. So there's still something positive for the Ghanaian batters currently. They just need to keep the wickets and form a partnership and grow into the partnership to make runs at this point.
At the 15th over, we will be heading straight to India. The umpires are requesting for Kofi Bagabina, as requested by International Cricket Council, the governing body of cricket globally. And just very quickly, thank you, production team. This was the Rwandan side prior to this game having their training session under their manager Lee Boots and the assistant Adeline Tuizere. Tamuno, it's quite surprising sometimes how batters get into the batting crease without putting on helmets. It's a bit dangerous.
Well, safety is very important, and ICC, the ruling body of cricket, has emphasized that international cricket safety must be put into consideration. Batters must wear all the protection that is needed so that injuries will be minimized to the lowest.
Very important that you put on the protectives, everything in the game of cricket, from the box to the thigh pad to the chest guard to the elbow guard, helmet, batting pads, everything is required. Can they go for 2? What is wrong with the running of Ghana? Brilliant effort from Zapi Bimeimana. Kofi wasn't quick at all.
I've told you, Shehu, that I've not seen excellent running between the wicket from the Ghanaian side in this innings. The way they run.
Check it out. Check it out. Tamuno, just check it out. Brilliant from our team, the production team. You can see what happened. There was so much sloppiness.
They've continued to do that even from the first 6 overs, where they needed to take advantage of the power play. They did not run the way that is expected. I don't know what must have gone on. Maybe fatigue or something else, but it has not been good.
This is definitely not what viewers all over the world and the fans who are present here at the Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval want to see. And you can see they start here, the type of runs. Dot balls 46, singles that they are taking 21, twos that they are taking is 7, no threes at all, fours just 1, 6 1, and 3 extras. You want to say that's tidy bowling?
Very tidy bowling.
3 extras going into the 13th over.
So far so good. I would tell you they bowled well. The number of extras they've given is not just what we want to emphasize on. Also, look at the run rates of the Ghanaian side. You will know that they've actually restrict them so much. They've restricted so much, and Ghana is struggling to get back on their feet. I don't know. The hands of the Rwandans on their jabula has not actually given them that chance to breathe, and they want to breathe.
Like they say, the current slang, let the poor breathe. Daniel Anefi yet to get off the mark. He dabs it. This is short 2 runs. If care is not taking, you can take one more, but they are not running so fast.
Still not running so fast. End of 13th over, 49 runs for the loss of 7 wickets.
Like we always say, the importance of putting on an helmet cannot be overemphasized. More importantly, when we recall the sad incident that happened on November 25, 2014, where the cricket world received a terrible jolt, talking about Philip Hughes in that game, Sheffield Shield match between South Australia and New South Wales at the iconic Sydney Cricket Ground. And when you talk about Sydney Cricket Ground, that was the ground that Australia in 2015 decimated, annihilated and tortured New Zealand to win the World Cup. That was the ground where a young man lost his life off that bouncer of Sheena Abbott. It was just 1 week to his 26th birthday when that sad incident happened.
You're right.
Is he gone? No.
Very well bowled by Kabari.
Kevin Kabari Irakoze. On October 5, 2023, that super over match, he won the player of the match. And just when I was talking about him, he said, Michael Abuaye, your time is up in the batting crease. I need you to return to the pavilion.
Very well bowled by Kabari. That one actually beat him from the middle stump. Very well bowled. I saw the wrist turning just like a finger spin. Well experienced, well bowled. And the Ghanaian side has continued to struggle to get to the limelight.
This is deja vu.
Oh my God.
Maybe we just have that opportunity to quickly run straight to India while we are awaiting Nuruddin, who is making his T20 debut at this tournament to get into the batting crease. Nuruddin Ibrahim, we allow our eye in India, Fumio Money, to tell us what's happening between Australia and South Africa. We all know that South Africa are batting.
Unfortunately for Team South Africa, a wicket is down. Bavuma was caught out. Now in the center is De Kock and Van der Buzyn. He has faced 2 balls, no run yet, and South Africa is 108 runs for the loss of 1 wicket in 20.1 over. Good batting from Team South Africa and good bowling from Team Australia. Good cricket, I must say, all round.
Thank you, Fumi, for bringing us up to date from India. 3rd ball from Kabari.
Excellent performance from Team Rwanda. Skies it up. He says, leave it for me. And he catches it. Coolly, calmly, Nuruddin his debut at this tournament is nothing to write home about as far as batting is concerned. Lovely catch.
Oh, very lovely catch. It takes a lot of technique to take that one. That ball was into the air, into the sky for as long as we can recall. Young man ran to it backward, twist, turn around, used one hand to shade the sun. The ball got to the eye level, came back, take the catch, turn over it on the ground, looked well taken, and had a bit of rest and is up, back and doing.
Martin Akayezu is giving us eye-popping catches. Yesterday, his catch against Sierra Leone, if you think that was awesome, today's own was something excellent based on the technique he applied. Martin Akayezu is saying to Tamuno John, even if you don't rate me, I rate myself. But hey, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
And Akil Syed Isra, the last batter for Ghana. Tamuno, the last time was 60. This one, they are on 51. Will they get to 60 like this?
We never can tell.
And Fumi already gave them a projection of 80, but she put a caveat that if they can play out the overs.
Very well bowled by Caballero. Has been awesome in this particular innings with the ball. He's gotten 2 wickets, 3 dot balls in this over, with 1 ball to spare. Aquel set facing from Ghana.
Tamuno,
Yes, sure.
if Rwanda had won these 2 games, that they will look back to say, how did we bungle those games? By now, we should have been talking about a Rwandan side almost getting to the final to face Nigeria. But quickly, the partnership, Samson Awia and Alex Ose, 29 balls they faced, scored 8 runs. Oberavi and Alex Ose faced 3 balls, scored 2 runs. Oberavi and Rexford Bakum faced 5 balls, no run. Joseph Kwame Theodore faced 28 balls, scored 29 with Rexford Bakum. Joseph Kwame Theodore and Michael Abuaye faced 2 balls, scored no run. Godfrey Bakuweyem and Michael Abuaye, 7 in 7 they achieved. Kofi Bagabina and Michael Abuaye, 2 in 2 was what they could achieve. And now we hope that this partnership between Daniel Kwabena Anefe and Akil Syed Isra will bring about the desired joy. I was talking about the 2 games that they will look back to say, how did we bungle this? But let me first see what Martin Akayezu is doing. He's appealing from the Court of Appeal, but Tawa Oladujo is saying even the justice, if he appeals this one, I will not listen to him. We are talking about the 2 games that they would look back and say, how did we bungle this? That super over that they lost against Ghana, and the 2 runs that they lost against Sierra Leone. If they had won those 2 close games, by now they should be saying to themselves, we are almost home and dry to play in the final with Nigeria.
You are right, Shewa. You're quite right. That was bowled into the block hole. Very well bowled, Martins. Very well bowled from the Court of Appeal end. They keep looking better per ball. The Rwanda side, they understood the pitch much better now, and they are really taking advantage of it. Well field setting. Because this, I doubt it's a beamer. And dangerous enough, the umpire signaled and called a no ball with the penalty of a free hit.
No ball, 1 extra run to make it 53 for 9 in 14.1. He has the height. Does he have the shot? Only time will tell. Daniel Anefi has an opportunity of this free hit.
Shuffle down to hit that one A straight drive, and it's coming for the second one, and it's been run out. Didn't complete that two other one. Didn't grant his bat. Aquel is been run out from the Court of Appeal end.
And he will feel very gutted, Daniel Anefi, about the way Akil Syed Isra got his wicket, because he wanted to, take charge and lead the batting. I mean, allow Akil to anchor for me. But unfortunately, they were waiting for something. And what are they waiting for? Ladies and gentlemen, Tamuno, this game ends in less than the runs that they achieved when they played on the 8th.
You are right, Shehu. Low total score by the Ghanaian side, and this will be an easy ride from the Rwandan side. But we always know what low total brings about. Sometimes we expect to see the Ghanaian side fighting this one out and giving them a run for their money. And also, if the attack of the Ghanaian side is strong enough, they can rip them all out before they play the 20 overs.
Thank you. Rwanda need 55 runs in 20 overs. And the high point of what happened in the first innings. Big thanks to our two umpires, umpire Taiwo Ladunjoye and Olumide Akintoku. And they got an applause from the bench and the coach, Lee Boots. Ghana have to think about this. Highlight of what happened in the first innings is what you are seeing, and the third umpire and the umpire mentor from Kenya, David Odiambo, is walking into the cricket pitch to monitor things. We like to say thank you to our ground staff, too numerous to mention. They are our MVPs in preparing the ground for the game. Match summary of the game between Ghana and Rwanda. Rexford Bakum, 14 runs off 17 balls. Joseph Kwame Theodore, 13 runs off 16 balls. Alex Osei, 6 runs off 16 balls. And for the bowling of Rwanda, Kabare Kevin Irakoze, 3 wickets for 5 runs in 2 overs. Martin Akayezu, 2 wickets for 19 runs in 3.2 overs. Emmanuel Sebareme, 2 wickets for 9 runs in 3 overs. That is the match summary. They need 54 runs to win, 55 I beg your pardon, for Rwanda to win, and for Ghana to get a win. They need to restrict them from scoring this. Quickly, Fumi, before we call it a wrap for the first innings, what's the update coming from India as far as South Africa and Australia is concerned?
South Africa is still batting with the loss of 1 wicket. They are now on 126 runs in the 23rd over. The cock is still there in 81 runs, has faced 76 balls. Good batting so far from Team South Africa.
Well, we can all see that the field is looking very nice and well.
The preparation of the ground started 14 days before the tournament with the assistance of over 12 groundsmen, Abu, Mark, and our senior groundsman, Mr. Francis, who was also giving us information on his way from Ghana. So we achieved that from the 12 groundsmen we put together. Having these grounds play this tournament on this very condition, it was not just a thing of one man, it's a teamwork. And as you can see, I'm heading the team, but with the help of Abu and Mr. Mark, who are the groundsmen on ground in this cricket over.
All right, thank you. So far, what has been the challenge in preparing the ground?
For this tournament, we didn't have much challenges because the weather was fair for us. We only had that rain, the downpour the night before yesterday that gave us that little challenge for the startup of yesterday's game. But with the good hands we have around, we are able to manage it.
All right, thank you very much.
What you just saw on your screen was the interview conducted with the chief ground staff of this tournament, Nosa Agbonwanegbe. And you can see the two umpires coming into the oval, Taiwo Oladunjoye and Olumide Akintokun. Here is the statistics of the batting. Sulaiman Rushewe still leads the line after 7 games, 194 runs. Hamza Khan in second position, 7 games, 163 runs. Daniel Ajeku, 7 matches, 158. Obedabe, 7 matches, 121. And John Bangura, 7 matches, 117. For the bowling, Emmanuel Sebareme has tied up with Isaac Okwe, who will be playing later this afternoon. 8 innings, he has 14 wickets. Isaac Okwe, 7 innings, 14 wickets. Martin Akayezu, 8 innings, 14 wickets also. Chiemele Udekwe, 7 innings, 13 wickets. Zapi Bimeimana, 8 innings, 11 wickets. While the quartet, or the trio, I beg your pardon, of Taiwo Mohammed, Obedave, and Kabare Kevin Rakoze have 10 wickets each. For the fielding, Sulaiman Rushewe leads the line, 7 matches, 9 dismissal. Godfred Bakiwayem, 8 matches, 8 catches. Shesade Deji, 7 matches, 7 catches. Ochide Tuizenge, 7 matches, 7 catches. Didier in the Kubumana, 8 matches, 7 catches. Quickly to players who have scored the most fours. Leading the line is Sulaiman Rushewe, who has scored 16 fours. Daniel Ajeku, 11 fours. Danladi Isaac of Nigeria, 9 fours. Hamza Khan, 9 fours. And Ochide Tuizenge, 7 fours. A total of 146 fours at this tournament. For 6, leading the line is Hamza Khan, who has scored 7 sixes. Sulaiman Rushewe, 5 sixes. Bare Kevin Irakoze, 4 sixes. Lansana Lamin, 4 sixes of Sierra Leone. And Emmanuel Sebareme, 3 sixes. A total of 58 sixes has been scored at this tournament. Ghana 54 all out in 14.2 overs. Rwanda need 55 in 20 overs. Coming into bat, jersey number 51 and 55 respectively, Ochide Tuizenge and Eric Duzingizimana. I will take you through the people who do the job in taking notes of details and we call them scorers. Much later, you would get to see who are the scorers that are behind the success of this tournament. They are central to whatever we intend to achieve in any cricket match. Godfred, and those are the scorers. Owolabi Jumoke, Zil Ibe, Alao Muinat, Cynthia Okegbo. These wonderful people are the reasons why we see scores on board. Fantastic. Cynthia Okegbo take a bow. Alao Muinat take a bow. Zil Ibe take a bow. And Owolabi Jumoke take a bow. Great way to start. They need 54 runs now to win this game. Rwanda. Back at the commentary position is Tamuna John. This is not the kind of blockbuster game we envisage, but we won't mind if we finish on time and prepare for match 16 of this tournament between Nigeria and Sierra Leone. Definitely not the kind of games that you want to see, especially when you talk about a very, very important game. But Rwanda just made things easy in the first innings.
You're right, Shehu. Very low total, and the required run rates per over is 2 runs. And you can see that the Rwandans have no pressure scoring 2 runs per over. It's the first over of the innings, and they started it already with 4 runs on board, with 2 balls to the spare in this over. So if Ghana must win this game, they must go for the wicket. They must get early wicket, cook the pressure, and see the fielders supporting the bowlers. It's Godfrey, the very good bowler, coming from the Court of Appeal. I love the way Ochide played that ball. Angle is bad, bring it down, played it into the gully area for 1 run. You see, the approach again from Eric and Ochide has been awesome. See the way they run between the wicket. Very nice, very good, clear call between the wicket, and very athletic when running. And this is what business is all about. Although they are chasing a very low total, but the approach at which they are using is awesome. Very well bowled by Godfrey. And that will bring us to the end of the first over. It's 5 runs at the loss of no wicket. Current run rate per over 5 runs. Ghana, Rwanda will need 50 runs in 114 balls.
Tamuna, we know cricket is like biscuits, and you don't know where it will crack.
You are right, Shehu.
With the way Rwanda are going, and they are taking advantage of the power play, we should end this game by the 10th over.
Really, I don't see this game getting to the 10 over, Shehu. It's a very low total, and we know that the first 6 overs is that over that 2 fielders are only expected to field outside the 30-yard ring or the 30-yard circle of the pitch. The Rwanda will throw their bat at the balls, knowing that the total is small and they have wicket at hand. So Obed Harvey coming into bowl. The left hand off spinner. Consider the approach of the Rwanda in the first 6 power play over so far. The way they throw their bat at the ball, knowing that they have a lot of chance to score runs over the 36 inner ring circle. Very well played. The 4th runs. The 4th ball was driven for 1 run in the long on area by Ochide, and a well delayed one from Obed, the left hand off break spinner. No one was considered in the.
And that's the Nigerian team arriving the venue for their 8th match. Arriving in what looks more like a bullish mood. And you can see Captain Sylvester Okwe having an handshake with the team doctor Ayodele Olaniwaju and the team manager Kome Agodo, former opening batter, former wicket keeper, and the former captain of Nigeria. That's the team. Ademola Onikoyi yesterday had a good innings. Shashan Deji, you can see there. And the other guys in the squad just arrived in this venue. Joshua Asia, who is yet to get game time. Sylvester Okwe, Isaac Okwe, Coach Steve Tikolo, Dan Ladi Isaac. Conversation between the team doctor. And let's get back to the game. Beautiful to see the Nigerians arriving for their 8th match of this tournament.
It's end of 2nd over, 8 runs for the loss of no wicket. The current run rate Rwanda is going at, it's 4 runs per over. Required is 2 runs per over. And a short ball from Akwel being pulled down by Ochidi for 4 runs down the mid-wicket area. Very lovely timed.
Check it out on replay. Beautiful. What a pull shot that was. Ochide is an aggressive batter. Better bowling from Akil Syed Isra.
A leg ball, and that is a wide. Akwel struggling to get back to the game. He's considered 5 runs so far, 1 extra, 4 runs played off him. 4 more balls to bowl and it's over. Looking expensive already. That one was well timed, well played.
6!
Very
maximum.
Well,
Ochide has no time. Like they say, no time to check time. They want to end this game quickly and go and have a shower. Check it out. Bang! And it goes high. Ochide is on fire.
Very well played. Another one. Square drive played.
He
over
doesn't
the
want to
point
run.
Area.
He has this belief that this will go for 4. But no, he did not. But he will go for 3 runs. Tamuno, he has faced 10 balls and has scored 19 runs. It's safe to say that Ochide Tuizenge is on close to 200% strike rate. Just one more run, he will be on 200% strike rate.
You are right, Shehu. And you can see the approach of the 6 over power play we talk about. You can see how they are executing it, playing over the 30 yards and scoring much runs in a very safe area, in a safe manner. And this is what I look forward to see the Ghanaian side do in the first innings, but they did not do it.
Eric is gradually building his own innings. He's played he's faced 7 balls and just scored 1 run. Oh, what a miss.
A drop catch there.
Drop catch by Theodore. That would have been a brilliant catch. But at the end of the 3rd over, 22 runs. They need 33 runs in 102 balls. You were saying something, Tamuno. And you said something about that was what you expected of Ghana in the first innings, to take advantage of the power play. Is it a case of batters not taking advantage, or the bowlers of Rwanda doing justice with the ball? Or let's flip the coin again. You now look at what is happening in the 2nd innings, where the Rwandan batters are, hitting those balls all over the place. Is it a case of the bowlers of the Ghanaian team not bowling tidily like the Ghanaians, the Rwandans did in the first innings?
Well, there are a lot of factors, Sharon. I talked about the power play and the approach at first, and I also mentioned that batters using their feet when the bowling is tidy. As a batters, that's where you want to see batters using their feet and also using their wrist in getting runs in between the gaps. Nothing stopped the bowler. We don't expect any side not to bowl well. The truth is the approach of the batters. Even in the first innings where the Ghanaians were setting totals, you can see they are running between the wicket, how sloppy they were running. But look at how business-minded Ochide and Eric has been. When the boundaries are not coming, they make sure they run those singles very quick and give themselves chance to come for another one, and also pushing pressure back to the bowlers.
Thank you, Tamuno. Michael Abuai, great start for him. After 3 balls bowled, no run.
The Rwandans are just cruising to the total without pressure. 33 balls to win, 33 runs to win off 99 ball. I mean, it's just like a cake. It's just like an icing on the cake. No pressure at all.
Brilliant. That's 4 runs. Safe.
Ochide has striked again. Very good square cut down the point area. Beats Goffred Banagweme for 4 runs. Very well played.
28 runs for loss of no wickets after 4 overs. Ochide Tuizenge has faced 16 balls, scored 25 runs. And Eric Duzingizimana has faced 8 balls, scored just 1 run. Now it will be the turn of Daniel Anefi. That's the batting lineup of Rwanda, but to put it into proper perspective, Ochide Tuizenge and Eric Duzingizimana, 24 balls they faced and they scored 28 runs. It takes you 13 hours and some 5 minutes to get to India, but straight we are heading to India for updates. Fumi Amani, what's happening? South Africa batting against Australia.
Another blow to the South African batters as Vanda Dusain was out. In right now is Aden Macron. He has faced 6 balls, scored 4 runs, but the big man at the center, Quinton de Kock, has scored a century, 104 runs off 95 balls. Excellent batting from Quinton, I must say. So far, the total runs has been 177 runs with a loss of 2 wickets at the 31st over. That is live from India.
And from India back to Nigeria, Eric Duzingizimana would have an unforgettable day at the office. He's out, courtesy of that bowling by Daniel Kwabena Anefe. His first ball of that over, getting him a wicket. Tamino, at least they don't want to lose this game in an embarrassing fashion, where Rwanda will win without losing any wickets.
But there's no doubt. I'm not even saying Ghana will lose this game. It's just that for a team that wants to win, when putting a low total, they must really attack the wicket, not waiting for the opposition to bat through the innings, you know. So Ghana need to do that. Something else, they need to fight, which I'm not seeing so far. That's where my worry is coming from. Daniel coming from the court of appeal end. Bowled that one to Amzan Khan for no run. Azam Khan has been a new batter in for Rwanda. We know him. The man can bat round his wicket. Well experienced batter. He starts slowly but gradually builds his innings. I told you it starts gradually, but definitely always build his innings. It's good to see. It's good to see Hamza Khan again at the center, doing what he loves doing for his country, seeing them to victory.
Wide ball. The two batters now are Ochide Tuizenge and Hamza Khan. They are currently in the 5th over.
Ochide facing Daniel from the court of appeal end. And the glance shot there down to the fine leg area. Will they take 2? Yes, comfortable 2. batting power over still on, and the Rwandans are taking advantage of it.
I might be wrong, but my perception of Ghana is they look like they don't want to even give it a fight at all. They look a bit disinterested. Let this game just come and go, and we focus on the next game, which is Sierra Leone.
One more ball to come from Daniel. Oh, the footers ball there and being played back. End of over. 33 runs for the loss of 1 wicket in 5 overs. Rwanda will need 22 more runs to win.
And Tamino, let me just quickly take you through how it all panned out. In the first innings for Ghana, the first over, they had 2 runs. Rwanda had 5. In the second over, they didn't have any runs. Rwanda had 3 runs. In the third over, they scored 2 runs. Rwanda scored 14. In the fourth over, they scored 2 runs. Rwanda scored 6 runs. In the fifth over, they scored 2 runs and considered just a wicket. And the same thing happened to Rwanda. Scored 5 and, of course, lost their wickets.
It's Ochide facing the man who has been on strike from ball 1. Still looking threatening and still well balanced at the crease. Obed Harville has been brought into the attack from the pavilion end, and he
hit it big.
That one was struck down the long on area, and for 2 runs, Ochide still in, hitting the balls around.
He picks up the ball very nicely. Kofi Bagabina.
The body language from the Ghanaian side seems like this one is dead and buried already.
Maximum!
A very good shot.
Another 6! Ochide to Izenge is on fire.
Seems like this.
Lovely 6. See the approach. Taking on Oberave. What a strike. White ball. They won't make 2. Yes, they do. That is 3 runs already added to what they already have. This is game set. The president of the Cricket Federation, Mr. Uya Akpata, having a tete-a-tete with the fitness coach and the coach of the national team, Steve Tikolo, Sheye Olympio, and Ayodele Olanrewaju. Lovely scene there. But back to why we are here. And that's for the game between Rwanda and Ghana. Game set for Rwanda. Ochide still batting. "45 runs for loss of 1 wicket. Hamza Khan and Ochide batting. Hamza starts his own. Will that go for 4? Yes, he does. Tamuno, the worst team you want to face is a team that has batters that are rotating the strikes.
You are right, Sheon, and also height different. If you watch both batters, you find out that Chide is more taller than Hamza Khan. It means that their length, where you're going to be delivering the balls for them, will be so confusing.
Skies it up into no man's land. Is in. Hamza Khan says, "What befell me yesterday, I don't want a repeat of that today. I was run out yesterday. I don't want a repeat of it." We have come to the end of the 6th over. Rwanda are 50 run for loss of just 1 wicket. The wicket of Eric Duzingizimana. Ochide to Izenge. You can see these runs. 5 is needed from 84 balls. Game set.
Sheon, you can see that is the end. Also, that's the end of the power play. That's the end of the batting power play. Okay, and you can see that 50 runs on board for the loss of 1 wicket.
That's what I've been preaching.
I told you.
Taking
Sheon.
advantage of the power play.
Exactly.
Very important.
So that they are very comfortable. Even if the Ghanaian side will expand the field now, if the game is already won.
And you can see from your screen, Ochide to Izenge, 23 balls faced, 35 runs, which included 2 4s and 2 6s. Strike rate of 152.17. Hamza Khan.
Very good shot. Well played between the covers and the point area. And they are taking the second one with a very sloppy run in between the wicket because they know this one is already done and buried.
And this will further improve their net run rates. This game would further improve the net run rate of Team Rwanda. Looks like they are going to win this game with some. Yes.
Not only that, I think a win already keeps them ahead of the Ghanaian side. The
yes.
net run rate is going to be an addition. Already,
an addition.
The fact is.
Good night! Hamza Khan ends this game with a big 6. Congratulations, Rwanda. They were bullish. And you can see on your screen. Thank you, production team. Lovely. Lovely. The game has ended in a 9-wicket victory. Ghana has to think about this. There must be a meeting. Now see the Rwandans dancing. Beautiful dance step. But let me take you straight to the match summary. Rexford Bakum, 17 balls faced, scored 14 runs. Joseph Kwame Theodore, the wicketkeeper, faced 16 balls, scored 13. Alex Osei faced 16 balls, scored 6 runs. For the bowling, Kabare Kevin Irakoze, 3 wickets for 5 runs in 2 overs. Martin Akayezu, 2 wickets for 19 runs in 3.2. Emmanuel Sebareme, 2 wickets for 9 runs in 3 overs. And for the batting, Ochide to Izenge, 35 runs from 23 balls. Hamza Khan, 14 for 6 balls faced. Eric Duzigizimana faced 9 balls, scored 1 run. And of course, Daniel Kwabina Anefe, 1 wicket for 3 runs in Godfred Bakiwayem and Oberave, 0 for 12 in 1.2. Godfred Bakiwayem and Oberave, 2 overs bowled, considered 20 runs, and Rwanda won by 9 wickets. That's the standings. Nigeria played 7-1-7, 14 points, and they have 2.545 net run rate. Rwanda have played 8 matches, won 4, lost 4, have 8 points, 0.752 net run rate. Ghana have played 8, won 3, lost 5, have 6 points, minus 1.462. And Sierra Leone have played 7, won 1, lost 6, 2 points, minus 6.773. Rwanda winning by 9 wickets in just 6.2 overs. We're live here at the Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval, the home of cricket and the venue for the West Africa Trophy, proudly sponsored by Dafabet. We just saw a bullish performance from Team Rwanda, beating their opponents Ghana by 9 wickets to sit comfortably at second position of this competition. I'm talking about the West Africa Trophy. We'll now speak with the captain of the winning team, Didier Indikubumana. Didier, best performance from Team Rwanda. You have to come out like an house on fire. What inspired this performance?
Yeah, the first one is we took this game as the final because if we win this game, we have a chance to play the final. That's why we were motivated.
The last game, 47 runs. This one, 9 wickets. Excellent performance from your team. All round, the first innings, you reduced them by not even scoring 60 runs. What happened? That was beautiful.
Yeah, we come strong, so because the pitch, it is not easy to play on. So we come strong to restrict them under the low score, and we did it. We achieved the goal. Yeah.
Didier, you said it before this game that you don't like to chase, but this time around, you chase in a convincing fashion, and we saw Ochide playing like an house on fire. That was brilliant, and I say congratulations once again.
Yeah, congratulations to Olokide. It's not that we don't like to chase, it's about the condition. The condition is not easy to chase, so that's why we came strong in the first inning. So that's why we are now happy.
And I always like to see you happy.
Yeah, thank you.
Say something back to your fans back home in your language that you're happy.
Turishimye cyane ubu ngubu dufite amahirwe yo gukina final. Ubu ngubu mukomeze mudusapotinge cyane, ntabwo ibintu byoroshye ahangaha ariko turabizeza ko igikombe kiri iwacu. Ubu ngubu dufite amahirwe yo kujya final, so nitugerayo turabizeza ko igikombe tuzagitahana.
Thank you very much, Urakoze.
Urakoze cyane.
Okay, you can see the excitement on the face of Didier Indikubumana, the captain of Rwanda. 4 wins out of 8 matches. Now I call on umpire mentor from Kenya, David Odiambo. Shout out to Ochide Tuizenge, who scored 35 runs off 23 balls. But Kevin Kabare Irakoze, the player of the match in that super over, once again comes back big. 3 wickets for 5 runs in 2 overs. Congratulations, Kevin. Kevin Kabare Irakoze, player of the match, 3 wickets for 5 runs in 2 overs. This is the best bowling statistics at this tournament. How excited are you?
I'm very happy, of course. Yeah, I think they will stick on our plan, but just stamp to stamp and let the batsman do the mistakes and to work. Yeah.
What next for Team Rwanda after winning today's game?
We are hoping to go harder than we went today. Yeah, I think the team is we are coming back, and hopefully with God we shall reach there.
And I wanted to say something in Rwanda, back to your fans for winning this player of the match. Say something in Rwanda.
What I can ask is they need to back us and support us because we are trying hard. Here the conditions are not easy, but hopefully with God it will work. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you just listened to Kevin Kabare Irakoze, the player of the match with the best bowling statistics at this tournament. 3 wickets for 5 runs in 2 overs. Like I've always said, excitement in Kigali, excitement in Gahanga, excitement in Gisagara, excitement in Kikukiro. And I say to you all, President Paul Kagame, President of the Cricket Association in Rwanda, Steve Musale, to you all, Urakoze.